How's it going, kiddos? Handsome Jack Boy here, bringing you guys the third episode of my Borderlands Dust Waste Pearlescent Weapons Guide. And you're probably wondering, how is this the third episode? Have you already covered 2 other Dust Waste Pearlescents? And the answer is yes, I actually have. They technically are guides, so I'm going to include them. Mr. Grimjow, aka, the creator of the Dust Waste Arsenal, has made me a few weapons/items in the past, and I've covered those. Basically did like these little showcase videos, which are more or less guides. But anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about the gun that we're going to be covering in this video, which is the Cruncher. The Cruncher is a Torgue submachine gun, and the prefix for mine is HX350 Steel Cruncher. And with this particular weapon, the only legitimate prefix is steel, so that part for you guys won't change. Now, as you can see there in the red text, it says, "Sometimes just need to crunch somebody." Just kidding. That was supposed to be a Brick impersonation if you couldn't tell, but it didn't really work out. So to kind of give you guys an idea of what this thing is like, just think of the Anarchy SMGs from the vanilla game, but with explosive and fire as an elemental effect. Yeah, that's pretty much this gun in a nutshell. It is absolutely insane balls. Insane balls, yeah, that's the word now. But to kind of give you guys the specifics on this weapon, so starting with the pros, it always has ×4 elemental affinity, and it also always shoots 4 bullets per shot. So if you know the Anarchy, you know what to expect here. It's basically a SMG shotgun. A couple other things, it has increased clip size, and the recoil is lowered to compensate for the fact that this gun is a shotgun SMG hybrid. Now, of course, with it being so awesome, it does have its drawbacks. So one of the major drawbacks is the fact that it consumes a hefty amount of ammo per shot. So the ammo cost is way up there. You're going to run out of ammo fairly quickly with this thing. It also has a really wide weapon spread. And the last thing is that the damage is reduced to compensate for the just crazy amount of elemental damage that this thing brings to the table. Alright, so it's about time that we got into the gameplay, show you guys what this thing is all about, and you're probably going to be mind blown if you haven't seen this thing in action before. It's just crazy. So you probably already know what I'm going to say as far as what I think about this gun. It's definitely one of my favorite Dust Waste Pearlescents. Not only because of how powerful it is, but also because of how fun this thing is. If you thought the Anarchy was fun to use, you got to get your hands on this gun. Nothing is as satisfying as getting up close to, let's just say, a bruiser, some enemy that should be tough, but with this gun isn't tough, and just spraying shots into their face and watching them explode. All of their limbs just come flying off. There's nothing left but a torso. It's just, there's just something so awesome about that. And it's one of the reasons I love Borderlands 1 so much, is the gore. If you really want to see how gory this game can be, just use this gun. That's all you have to do. Now, while the damage is really high, it does have the crazy ammo consumption, which is something you have to keep in mind if you don't have any sort of ammo regeneration skill or class mod to counter it. You really need to conserve your shots and make each shot count. You don't really want to go around spraying and praying like I am in this footage. If you're playing as Roland with the right setup, the ammo consumption really isn't that noticeable. So Roland is, of course, a good class to use this gun on if you're trying to counter that ammo consumption. I know Lilith is another good choice because she can also regenerate SMG ammo, as well as increase SMG damage and increase the velocity of the projectiles, because something else you'll notice is that the projectile velocity isn't the best on this thing. The projectiles move a bit slower than they would normally. So having that extra velocity really helps, but as you just saw, I pulled out the heavy gunner comm I initially had, the support gunner comm out, and you're going to notice how hefty the ammo consumption is, especially with that increase to fire rate, and it'll just tear through my 190 bullet clips like butter. It's just mind-boggling, but the amount of damage that I put into these enemies is even more mind-boggling. So all in all, it's a really good gun. You just kind of got to be careful and try to conserve the ammo unless you have something to counter that ammo consumption. But apart from that, though, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to leave you off with me killing Sledge with this thing and just kind of showing you how fast I'm able to kill him with it. It's definitely like a speed kill. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. But be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'm out of here. Peace!